All right. Started the webinar, and there we go. People are popping in. We got Siren, Dwayne, Ian, Ilan. Oh, it's moving so fast. Jason, Lorraine, Martin. Where are you guys coming from? Send us a message in the chat. Let us know where you're at. An here is out in Hanoi, Vietnam, and I'm based in Baltimore, Maryland, USA. All right, Vancouver, BC, Lorraine. Okay, Dwayne is in Ontario, Ilan in Dallas. Or no, Ilan in Israel, Dwayne in Dallas. Paul in Germany, Siren in Dublin, Fred in Austin, Mark in Italy, Robert in Belgium, Hans also in Belgium. Man, we've got people everywhere. Oh, yeah, and then Pablo in, wow, I don't even know how to say that. Pablo is at Saint Aubin de Arguinet, France. You got to help me out here, Pablo. Philip is in Germany. Awesome. Love seeing everybody hop in here. Let me know where you're coming from. I'm going to send out a poll as people are hopping in. We're going to wait about 5 minutes before we get started, but let me send out this first poll here. Yep. Can everybody see that? Yep, seems like votes are coming in. Good, good. Just want to get a feel for how you've started to use Metabox so far. More people popping in. Love it. Lucas from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Munish from the Netherlands. Great. Yeah, take a minute to answer that poll there. We're going to take about 5 minutes to wait for everybody to hop in. If you have questions prepared that you would like to get answered today, go ahead and start using the Q&A tab in Zoom and put your questions there. We'll get to them shortly after we get started here. And I'll start giving the questions to An, and he will answer. The first question is always, will there be a replay? And the answer is yes, there will be a replay. The replay will go out tomorrow to your inbox, your email inbox. So be on the lookout for that. Thanks, Carson, for that question. All right, let me end this poll. And I'll share the results. Can you see that on the results there?
Yes, I see it.
Cool. Just an idea of where everybody's at.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting spread here. Okay, and then I'll have, let's see, I have one more poll. If you've been on a tips and tactics webinar before, you're familiar with these polls. It's always a great way to help us to understand who is on the webinar. So I appreciate you giving an answer here. Yeah, and thanks. I see Jason and Dwayne already started putting questions in Q&A. If you have questions you'd like answered, go ahead and put them in the Q&A and we will get to them as we begin the webinar here. Thanks, Philippe, for putting your question in. Don't use chat for questions. They'll get lost. I will not I will not ask questions that go into chat. So definitely put them in Q&A. Martin from Switzerland. Great to have you here, Martin. Mirella from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Marcelo from Brazil. There's a lot of people from Brazil. That is awesome. Brazil representing strong today. All right, let me go ahead and end this poll. Can you see those results there?
Yes.
Okay. Very cool. A lot of solopreneurs, cool. Founders, and agency owners. Great to have you guys here. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing that, and we'll go ahead and hop in here, get started. Let me share my screen. suppose I can present. Can you see the first slide there?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, great. Just wanted to make sure. All right, well, welcome to the Tips and Tactics Implementation webinar with Metabox, and of course, hosted by AppSumo. I'm Luke Francis. I'm the subscription marketing manager at AppSumo. My focus is on providing value and bringing new benefits to the Plus program. So that's you guys. And on the call here and presenting for Metabox is Anh Tran from Hanoi, Vietnam, the founder and CEO of Metabox. It's such an honor to have you here, Anh.
Hi, everyone.
So let me just quickly explain what's going to happen today, and then we'll hop right into getting your questions answered. So this is new this year. The Tips and Tactics format is a new exclusive Plus benefit. So the idea is that it helps you to use the tools that you purchase in your own unique context. So the most value that you will get out of this Tips and Tactics webinar today is when you ask the questions that are very relevant to you. So ideally, you've taken a look around Metabox and you say, oh, hold up, I've got some questions here about how this will work in my business or in my use case. And let me ask Anh today how to do that. And the more specific you get, the better. And he'll do Anh will answer all your questions with step-by-step walkthroughs. So, he'll be sharing his screen and showing you inside of Metabox how to do the things that you would like to do with Metabox, if possible, of course. And of course, this Tips and Tactics webinar is recorded. So you can count on this being in your email inbox tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. And at the end of the webinar, we always do a survey to get a feel for how helpful, how useful these webinars are for you and what you'd like to see improved or what you really love. That way we can continue to do more of what you love and less of what needs to be, or just make the improvements that are necessary. So with that being said, I'm going to pass it over to Anh, and he'll jump right into sharing his screen and kind of showing off how to get Metabox set up. That'll be the first kind of path we take. And then after that, I'll start asking the questions as they come in.
Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, this one. Okay, can you see my screen?
I can see it.
Okay, I see a lot of you haven't used Metabox yet. And some questions came in like asking what is the use case of Mailbox. So I'd like to spend the first several minutes to explain the purpose of this plugin and how to get into it. So this is a car selling plugin that we built ourselves, and there is a theme for selling car websites. So you can see here is basically a listing or directory site where you can list all your cars and sell it. So in WordPress, there are two types of content, post and page. Post is mostly for blog, news, or some kind of you post regularly. And page is mostly used for static contents like about page, contact page, or something like that. So you need something more special to show your content of your car, like in this website. And this is called custom post type in WordPress. So Metabox can help you to create such kinds of content like custom post types. And in each type, and in the custom post type, you can see there are a lot of details that you need to put on. Like for cars, we have the number of kilometers, the color, the model, the make, and also the dealer information, gallery, something like that, and also the price. So these information that we have to use some way to enter that in the website, and the information that attached to a content type in WordPress is called custom post type. Custom fields for the custom post types. So basically, custom fields is kind of the information that attach to a content type, and to create a custom fields for them, we have to use a plugin. And Mailbox is maybe one of the best plugin that can help you to do that. So basically, for the very basic use of Mailbox, you can imagine that it helps you to create content types like car, and custom fields like all the details for cars. And once you get into that, you can see Metabox is potential, very powerful to let you create not only custom fields and custom post type, but also more things like settings for your site, front-end forms, user profile forms, and other things. So in short, where you need more the data to put on the website, you need some at least a solution like Metabox. So Metabox is help you to manage all the data on the website. So I think that is the very first step that you get into the Metabox. And
hey, just hopping in here. This looks great with the front end of how this displays. Could you show maybe the viewers here today how it looks on the back end, and how this all comes together to look like this on the front end?
Okay. Wait a minute. You want me to show the back end of this website?
Yeah. So how Metabox contributed to like making the site look like this?
Okay. Well, let me show you another site which I have which I saved the username and password. It is a similar theme that we made.
Okay. Yeah.
It is similar. Let me show you the admin. Okay. Okay, so we have all the listings here. This is a listing for the cars, and you can see the columns, which shows all the data for the car. And for each car, we have a lot of information, like you see on the right, the payment, the price, sale price, number, and all the information for the check and the registration number check is saved, and also the map, address, and specification for car and gallery, maybe video and PDF, like all the thing. Like everything here is built with Mailbox. So yes.
Okay, awesome. No, that's perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. And I guess, as we answer some of these questions, we'll get to, how you end up setting that up with Metabox. So yeah, let's just hop in with some of the questions that are starting to come in. So Jason, you asked the question that everybody was asking. So we'll start with your question. And that was around the integration, Metabox integration with Oxygen Builder. So maybe you can speak to that.
Okay. We are working on the integration with the Oxygen team to do that. The integration is being processed, and if we have to say about the estimated time, like exactly, I'm afraid I can't tell about that, because it involves a lot of the phrase and technical issues. But we can say that it is on our top priority right now. And if we release new feature, that will be the first.
Great to hear. Let's see here. Dwayne is asking about how to use Metabox and Elementor together.
We already have let me show you the extension for Elementor. it's very easy to use with Elementor. Like you can see here. Before going into the details, it's worth noting that you have to use the Elementor Pro version, because only the Pro version has the dynamic content, which connects its widgets to the dynamic content source, like a post title, post content, thumbnail, and custom views. And when you use this free extension Metabox Elementor integrator, you can just select it from the dynamic menu here and choose Metabox field, and you can select which field to show on the front end. The only the disadvantage we have with Elementor is that we haven't built the support for displaying groups in Elementor yet. But all the fields in the free Metabox version we already supported. So it's kind of easy to use if your data structure is not very complex, that you don't need to require group extension.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go ahead and post the link that you're looking at right now in the group.
Okay. Oh.
All right. Philippe is asking about, a lot of integration questions here today. Philippe is asking how to use it with WooCommerce.
Using with WooCommerce, actually WooCommerce creates a custom post type called product, so you can use Metabox to create more fields for your products. For example, if you have a lot of stores in different locations in your city, and you want the customer can go to a store to pick up your stuff, so you can create a select field for your product, and when you edit a product, you can select which stores it is available. So users can, customers can go to that store and pick it up. But that is the very basic use case for WooCommerce, and we actually have some tutorials here on our blog that you can just search here, like adding custom fields for WooCommerce using Metabox. For advanced integration, that I also received questions in the past that some people asked for adding fields for the variable products in WooCommerce. And I have to say that WooCommerce structured variable products is very complicated. It's actually a hidden post type in WordPress, and there is no UI in WordPress to manage it outside of the edit screen of products. So adding custom fields for variable products is still a problem, and I don't think it's doable with our plugin at the moment.
Okay. Is there an example of a WooCommerce setup that you could show how you've done that with Metabox?
I don't have the demo right now here, but you can actually read our tutorial, and you can see how it only set up here. All the screenshots is built with our demo.
All right. Could you post that link in the chat, please?
Absolutely. Wait a minute. I need to move the panel.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Okay. Okay. Where is it? Where is the chat? Here. Okay, to everyone. Oh, attendees. Here. You can just go to our Metabox website and search it, WooCommerce, and it pop up here.
Okay.
Variable products, WooCommerce, and add custom views for WooCommerce.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right. So Siren is asking, will Metabox work perfectly with App My Site?
I've looked at Subsite and I see it's a software to turn your website into a backend, and it builds the front end as a mobile app for you. So the connection between the app and the website may be the WordPress REST API or something similar like that. And I think Metabox is a perfect library that you can use to add more data to your mobile apps, because we have the REST API extension that you can use to pull all the data into your app. Where is it? It is here. And the purpose of Metabox is adding more data to your website so you can use it as a backend. And the front end, it doesn't matter where you use a web or a mobile app. All you need to do is just get the data and show it into your front end application. So I think at my site, we use Mailbox perfectly, no problem at all.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Marco, definitely check out the REST API. If you have any follow-up questions, just drop a question back in Q&A and we'll get back to that. Or Syrian, sorry. Syrian's asking, will there be a Metabox marketplace where people can share the unique Metaboxes they've made that can be easily copied for use?
I think we don't have a marketplace at the moment.
Yeah.
But you always can join our Facebook groups and share with people over there. Some developers already shared their custom solutions for Metabox, and all of them are free right now. I haven't seen any like a premium or a paid version of them. But if you get quite a lot of attentions for your solutions, you can make a paid version and we can help you to put it on our site. Like we have a third-party section here. Third-party sections here, we have more few types that people already built, some plugins and some themes. So if you have a custom solution, we can put it here. It can be considered like a small marketplace. But actually, if you're looking for something where you can like sell stuff, I'm afraid we don't have it yet.
Okay. Thank you for that. Erdal is asking, how can I create a settings page in WP dashboard, WordPress dashboard, to make it easier for my clients to add their business info, such as logo, email, phone number, etc. And he's saying, I use Elementor for the page builder.
Actually, there are two parts in your questions. The first part is creating a settings page in the backend, and the second part is showing it on the front end with Elementor. So for the first part, I think the plugin that you mentioned, the dashboard admin page, I don't remember it exactly, but the similar. I think it should work well with on the settings page that created normally in WordPress, and Metabox can help you to create a settings page easily with the extension settings page here. Wait, here. So you can use it to create a settings page for your website and build it you can put all the logo, contact information, and hotlines, something like that. Is easily. I can show you how to do this.
Yeah, if you could walk through setting that up, that would be awesome. I think that would help Erdal out tremendously.
Okay. If you bought a Mailbox, the tier 2 or 3 on AppSumo, you have the Mailbox AIO. So after activated, you have the settings page here, and you can create a settings page like customer photo. enter an option name for that. This option name is used to save in the database. You can use it as usually it should be something like the name, but lowercase and underscore. So it's customer portal. So menu type, top level or sub menu. If it's better to use top level because you can specify the logo here, the icon here. Sorry. So the required capability default is edit theme options. So anyone who can manage your themes can use it. Or if you want to use for only admins, you can choose manage options. CSS class and styles, something. Okay, type style top. Okay, let's create it first. Publish. You can see it here below the comments. Now right now is empty because we don't have any views, settings views yet. Let's create some views. So go to custom views here and add new, let's see, settings views for customer portal. And we add some field like first the text, like hotline. And you can add very like a lot of information here. It might be required, append text, prepend text, and some value here. You can also make clonable if you have a lot of hotlines, like many hotlines. You can also add a logo, which is an image. So I choose single image, logo here, something like that. Okay. I'll show you how it works later. So choose settings for the settings page, customer portal. There are some rules here that you can choose, like condition logic, make it visible when some fields is some value, or location, like show only when users has some role. But I think we don't need it at the moment. Okay, now go to the customer portal and you see here, and add some logo. Okay, I have a cat here. I'll select it and save it. Okay, so all the data is saved in the option, and you can use Elementor to put it on the front end. Let me show you how to do that. I don't think. Okay, activate Elementor. Oops. Activate Elementor Pro. Okay, now go to templates, add new. Let's try to add a header. Okay, the header. I rarely use page builders, so if you use something here, okay. Okay, let's show search for image. We show the logo, yes. We see dynamic text here. Oh, it doesn't show up here. Oh, wait. I need to go back to the admin first. Oh, let me go back to the admin to ops. Where is it?
I think you can click this. Yeah.
I rarely use it. Wait. I need to activate the Elementor extension. Okay, I forgot it. Okay, now go back to the header builder. Choose an image and choose a dynamic tag, and you can see Mailbox field here, and choose field logo from the customer portal. Okay, and done. And now we'll back, edition, and choose a text view, and choose. Wait. I need to choose from the site settings, not from the post settings. Site setting, Metabox field, hotline. Okay. Oops, it doesn't show. Let me see it here. Choose this from the site settings. Yes. Logo. Yes, that's right. Publish. Add condition to entire site. Save and close. View live site. Oops. Oops. There's maybe some. Okay, I need to fix it.
Yeah, no, this is fine, and I think you're showing the workflow definitely, definitely showing how it all comes together, and it's very clear,
Okay.
how they can pull in those dynamic tags and fill that in on the image and the header there. Yeah, sometimes things don't work when we want them to, right? So it's like I completely understand.
I'm really sorry about that. Maybe Elementor updated recently, and we haven't updated the extension yet. We have to check that. I will take a note, and we will fix it very soon. Sorry, guys.
Yep.
Okay, but I hope you can see the workflow and how I set up the settings page and show it on the front end. The process is similar to on the post views and settings view.
Yeah, and Erdal said that he understands the process now, and he said thanks. And some people are saying that kind of error will happen with demo sites. So completely understandable. Thank you though. Let's see here. Ori is asking, how can we add URL to images? I insert on the sidebar. So there is a tutorial about banner on your website about images, but not URL in the images. Does that question make sense, On?
I remember that tutorial. Wait a minute. So image on the sidebar. Let me see. Add custom view. Here it is. So yeah, I think this is the tutorial that you mentioned. The idea of this tutorial is that you create a settings page, just like what I just did before for your website, like a banner. And you want to show it on the sidebar. Okay, this is the process of creating the settings page and add settings field. The one difference here is that you need to use a shortcode to display the banner in the sidebar, like display the settings fields on the sidebar. And it is the code that you need to use, and you might want to change it. Like here, it show background image. This image attribute 0 is exactly the URL that you want to use. Here it is used as a background image in the inline style, but you can display it just at let me show you some context. Okay. Instead of doing this, you can just use like images and source like this. That's all. It's very easy to use.
Like actually, I don't think we can see it. If you did it in another window,
so the image attributes
on. I don't think we saw what you just did because.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, let me show you. Yes. You can see it right now.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Let me copy the shortcode here and show it full so you can understand. So syntax. So here you get the settings, and here you get the image, and here you get the all the information about the image attribute. And after this command line, image attributes is an array of URL like domain.com/picture.jpg. And the second parameter is the width, like, and the third parameter is the height. So you have all this information in the image attributes, and instead of output it as inline style here, you can output it like this. Zero. Okay, that's so. This is the URL of the image. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Ori, let us know if that is more clear for you now, or if you have some follow-on questions there. I'll move on to the second question that Ori was asking. Can you, so maybe keep that up so we can get back to that if Ori has some follow-on questions. But as we're waiting, we'll ask, can you kindly show how I can add recent posts to the sidebar?
A recent post to the sidebar, I think WordPress already have that. Well, WordPress already has a recent post widgets, which you can just pull into the sidebar. If you need to pull more information about the recent post, like thumbnail or publish date, there are a lot of plugins in the WordPress repository that you can use. I don't think that related to Metabox, because it doesn't related to any extra data that Metabox can help you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And would that be the same for, because the follow-up question would be, can you explain please how to add a form in the sidebar? Same?
Okay. Let me show you that we did with the car listing in the beginning. So basically, in Metabox, there are two forms that we can put on the front end. The first is the post submission form, and the second is the edit user profile forms. So for example, if we go to a car, for car, scroll down and you can see a contact form here. Here, this form is a front-end submission form that Mailbox provided, and it requires the extension front-end submission here, front-end submission form. So basically, to create a form is very similar to create a field. Let me show you how to do this. Okay. So at first, you need to activate the MB front-end submission extension and go to the custom fields. And once you activate the front-end submission, you have the shortcode here. And you can just copy it. Oh, let me copy the for post, because this is for settings page. For post, and you can paste it into any page, like test. Code, and you can just paste it here. The only like important attribute of this shortcode is ID, which is the ID of the custom fields group that we created before here, which is this one. To get that ID, you can copy it here, radio inline. So you put it here, and post fields can be tied to content, or just title, or just date, or like thumbnail, like that. And there are more like attributes that you can see in the documentation, extension, front submission, shortcode attributes. but there are a lot of attributes here that you can use. Like you can label the title differently, label the content differently, or you can make it Ajax. Okay, let me show you. Ajax, true, and publish it. And now you can view the page and you see here. Okay, this is from the previous example. And this is from this is a title. This is the thumbnail. Like, don't worry about the style because I'm using a blank theme. It doesn't have any style. So add media, you can actually choose here. And this is from the Fuse group, the radio inline, and submit here. So basically, it is a form on the front end that you can put it. So the flow is very easy. Like, just create a custom fields, grab the shortcut here, and if you want more settings for the form, go to the documentation and add more attributes if you want. Okay, I think
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, I was on mute there. No, that was very clear. Can you talk about how to add sticky elements with Metabox on the sidebar?
I think it doesn't relate to Mailbox.
Okay.
It's also about the front end. Like you can use, like I can show you. There's
well, if it's not related to Metabox, there's no need to show us. I think you know, if it's something that WordPress already does, then no need to walk through that here.
Okay.
But yeah, thanks for clarifying that though. That'll help.
Okay.
So Melanie is asking another integration question about the integration with Beaver Builder. It's a fun name.
I think with Beaver Builder, we have maybe a better integration like Elementor. Wait. Integration, and you can see it is a free extension that you can use to integrate with Beaver Themer. Remember that you need Beaver Themer, not Beaver Builder, because Beaver Themer lets you to pull dynamic data from the post or site, very similar to the Elementor Pro. Just like you can see in the screenshot here. Okay, let me show you in the backend. I'm not sure if it works. 1 minute. Elementor. I need to deactivate Elementor first. Elementor. Beaver. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have Beaver Builder and Beaver Themer installed on my local host, so I can't show you. But the process is very similar to what I just showed you with Elementor, that you can create custom fields for your settings page or for post. And when select, like when edit a like module, Beaver Builder connect module, not which is like Elementor, a module on the front end, you can select Metabox field and connect it with a field from here. The connection with Beaver Builder, I think is better than Elementor because I think their API is more developer friendly, and we developed it with more comfortable than Elementor.
All right,
okay.
Good. Let's see, there's a anonymous attendee that's asking, I would like to know if I can ditch WooCommerce and make my own similar solution, more flexibility to customers, payment gateway integration, reports. So the question is, can I create my own version of WooCommerce, I believe, with Metabox?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, you can do this And we already did this. Let me show you. Wait. We already created for a client in Vietnam. This is a custom solution for an e-commerce website. I'm sorry if it on in Vietnamese, but you can see its products here. And we customize is a lot, like this is a price, VIP 1, VIP 2, like this product has a lot of prices and the sale price. And this is the combo, like you sell as multiple products at once. This is a discount, and this is the like the deadline for the combo. Like it is available for a short period of time. And these are the taxonomies for the products. So we built everything with Mailbox. We built the settings page, slugs tag, the cart page, the checkout page, the confirmation page. This is the payment. And in Vietnam, we use only COD and the bank transfer. So this is the information for bank transfer and the currency. And it is a support, some shortcut that we use. We also build some vouchers like discounts. And so everything can be built with Mailbox. But I have to say that there is a lot of work that you have to do if you go this way, because you have to care a lot of things. Like Mailbox is just a tool, and how you use it depends on your business logic, on your flow, and on the integration that you want. And if you want to build a solution like WooCommerce with the wide range of products and wide range of customers, wide range of use case, I think it might take you months to do that. But if you use to make only an e-commerce website for your client for a very specific case, like what we are doing right now, and is totally doable, and it can be doable within a month.
Great. Thanks for sharing that on. That's really cool. Mark is asking a question about the limits of Metabox. He says, when you consider an average hosting, let's say SiteGround Geek, how would a Metabox setup perform if you have about 25,000 to 40,000 records? So this is apartments with all their details and related agent data. So I'm guessing that's like real estate agent data. Is there a clear limit where you would advise to switch from Metabox to a tailor-made solution?
There are two questions here. So the performance of Metabox with an average hosting, and when we should switch to a tailor-made solution. Mm-hmm. So I think I should answer the second question first.
Okay.
In my opinion, switching from Metabox to a tailor-made solution doesn't give you more benefit because we built Metabox like for developers first. So it's very optimized for use case. The code base is very small. I think it's super small. If you build a custom like tailor-made solution, you when it is ready, you will see the very similarity between your solution and Metabox. A lot of things that we care for you already. So I think building a custom-made solution is not a good idea. And regarding about the performance, I think 25,000 and 40,000 records on an average hosting like SiteGround is fine. Because the way Metabox saves data in the database is very similar to what WordPress saved in the database, like one row for one custom field. It is different from the ACF, like it saves 2 rows in the database. So actually, the number of rows in the database is doubled compared to Metabox. And we also have the custom table extension. Let me show you. With custom table solution that helps you save all the custom fields in one row in the database. So if your number of records increase fast, you can use it extension to reduce the number of rows in the database and interact it with your PHP. I think you are already a developer to ask this question, so I don't think there is any problem with you to query on the data from the custom table to show on the front end. I think it is the best solution right now.
All right, thanks for answering that. And Mark, if you have any follow-on questions there, just post them in Q&A here. Let's see. Jason is asking, can you show how to use reciprocal bi-directional relationships?
Okay. Reciprocal. Okay. Let me show you. Wait. Let me close it.
Yeah, we've got so many tabs open now.
Let me show you how to create a reciprocal relationships. Okay, let's go first for post-to-page relationship first. So it's a relationship from post to a page. So when you edit a post, you see the Metabox here. It connects to which page here. And when you edit a page, like any page, you see it connected from some post. So it is a normal relationship. The problem is that if you choose to connect from post to post, like from one type to the same type. So let me show you. And I didn't choose the reciprocal relationship. I should change it post to post. So when I edit a post, you can see two Metabox. So where it connects to and where it connects from. This is a normal relationship, but actually it causes confusion to users. Like you don't want to connect from. You just need to connect between posts. And that is exactly the reciprocal relationships. So when you choose a reciprocal relationship and you just care about which post is connected to which post, like there's only one Metabox here. So you know the post A is connects to the post B, and you don't need to care about the direction from to that, and that is the reciprocal relationships. And to show you where the bi-directional relationship, like if we want to create related post relationships, for example, if wait, I will make this post is related to this post. Okay, so relationship test related to view tests and test nested groups and update. Without the bi-directional relationships, when you view this post, you don't see the relationships, you don't see the connections from this post. But in Metabox, all the relationships are already bi-directional. So when you edit this post, you already see is connected to the previous post. So so I think it's already answered the questions, but I want to emphasize that if you use a custom fields to create a relationship between post to post, and you have to remember that the data stored in that custom fields is only stored for one post. But in Metabox relationships, the data is stored for both posts. I can show you in the database so you can see more. Okay, Metabox relationships here. So when you see a connection here, for example, from the post ID 317 to 21.
Hey, we're unable to see the page you're looking at.
Oh, sorry. I have to change the screen. Okay, here it is. Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay. So this is the database, how we store the relationships. No, not relationships, the connections in the database. Each row is one connection. So when you see the ID of the post here, the data is stored for both sides. So when we query for the post with ID 317, you see all these posts is retrieved, but you can query from the backward, like query on the connected post with the post with ID 2, and you can get the number 317. So with this way of storing the data, all relationships in Metabox is actually bi-directional, and it saves you a lot of time to query back and forth from to in a relationships.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, got that. Thanks. And Jason, if you have any follow-on questions there, please post them as well. Let us know if that helped you out. All right, so we do have some integration questions again. Let's see, Fred is asking, has Metabox been tested with the Thrive suite?
We haven't have the integration with the Thrive suite yet. I think if Thrive supports pulling the data from the custom views, like the normal WordPress custom views, then you can use it with Metabox for the basic views like text, select, radio, checkboxes, like mostly all of the normal fields in Metabox, because the way we save data in the database is similar to the normal way that WordPress saves data in the database. So you can use it with Thrive suite. But for complex features like clonable views or group views, I'm afraid you have to use our MB views extension. Let me show you. Let me show you here. MB view extension in the backend. Okay, like this. Yeah. You can insert views. For example, we have a blog group here. You can click on that and insert subview here. Insert subview. This is an image view. You can choose the image size. Maybe full size is better, and output it as an image tag or an image URL. I choose to output as an image tag. Okay, and you can enter more data like text. And of course, you can put the data from other fields like this. And when you're done, you can update it. And after that, you can copy this shortcut and put it into your page builder widget, maybe a text widget or any widget that renders shortcut. And this way, you can control the output of the Metabox views very like detailedly. But the disadvantage of this is you don't have the UI to control all these things.
Got it. Thanks for that detailed explanation on, let's see here. Els is asking, what is the equivalent of ACF repeater? How does it work in Metabox?
Wait, we have a very detailed comparison between Metabox and ACF, and repeaters in ACF is kind of, wait, I can show you features, layout views. Okay. So repeaters in Metabox is kind of a wrapper containing subviews and allows you to use to repeat data many times. It is very similar to the group of Metabox, but the group extension of Metabox, I can show you here, is more powerful than ACF repeater. It allows you to put any fields inside, like I showing you here, and make it repeatable anytime you want. But actually, the group of Metabox is equal to groups and repeater in ACF. And the best thing here is that you can clone, like in Metabox, we use the term clone, not repeat. You can clone any field, not just a group. You can clone even the text field. Let me show you on the back end so you can see it. For example, clone able groups. Show you a text field, a very basic text field. You can clone it. Wait, clone it. And I can show you a group view. Group view, so add field, a text, and images. And you make it clonable and collapsible. Okay. And publish. And go to post. And you can see here, this is a text field. The thing is you can add more text if you want. This is very sufficient in some cases. Like you have multiple addresses of your store, you can use it to enter many addresses of your stores. And this is grouped, which is similar to ACF repeater that you can add here. Select a field, collapse it. You can add more. So very similar to the ACF. Yeah, but if you want more information about that, please go to the ACF, which is in the bottom of the website. I post it in the chat box so you can read it. Where is it? Chat here.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Yeah, and these links will also go out in the email that gets sent to you tomorrow with the replay. So if you don't take note of the links now, you'll have them in the email there. So Philippe was asking about Metabox with WooCommerce, and he's asking, he said he was expecting more fields in the product, so to display different setup depending on supplier. Is there a way to add more fields in the product with Metabox in WooCommerce?
Yes, of course. Let me show you how to do this. Wait a minute. I need to activate WooCommerce. Okay. Oops. Sorry, it takes some time. Continue. No, thanks. Okay, maybe electric. Physical downloads. No. No. Okay. Continue. Okay. So I'm going to create more fields for WooCommerce products. So products, extra fields. Like I said in the previous question, like we are going to create a select field for store, like store to pick up, like Hanoi. Okay, and maybe add a like URL for like of marketplace, like when you sell it not only on the website but also on a marketplace. Let's check a checkbox list for some notes like this is handmade, or is this wooden, or is this plastic, like something like that. Okay, let's go to settings, post type, and choose WooCommerce product and update. Okay, so go to WooCommerce, create a product. Dismiss. Like table, a table. And you can see the extra fields shown here. And this is the fields from the WooCommerce. And if you want to add more details, just go ahead. And it's handmade and wooden and publish. And that's all. And if you want to display the fields based on conditions, like for if the, wait, let me see the question again. Different depending on the supplier. Okay, so let me show you how to do that. We can use a field like a select to choose a condition. So let me name it availability. Okay, select yes or no. And if yes, we show the store to pick up. So go to the conditional logic here and choose the select field. Okay, let me make it more easier. Availability and pick up here. Select the availability. Yes. So this field start to pick up is displayed only when the availability is yes. So let's see it. Table. If yes, so go to Hanoi to pick it. If no, it doesn't show. So you can use the conditional logic with Metabox fields to display so many custom settings for your WooCommerce products.
That's phenomenal. I love that. And Mark Peters is also in agreement. He says, big smile on my face. Love this. So excellent progress there. Let's see. Lucas has a question. I had a problem trying to use the Metabox and custom fields on products with Divi themes. The text fields work perfectly with the metadata in the Divi models, but the image field did not work. Well, I usually use ACF free version and works for this.
We similar to Thrive suite that I talked before, that we haven't have the integration with Divi theme right now. So if you see any problem displaying the fields in Divi theme, I'd suggest you to use MB views to output the data of the fields into like this. And you can grab the shortcode from the MB views to use in your Divi like a Divi theme. The problem, no, not problem, but the difference between the image field in Metabox and ACF is that a Metabox always save the ID of the image in the database in the custom field, while ACF might save different information of the image. I'm not sure, but I think it has different settings for the return value, which can be in the URL or the ID. But in case of Mailbox, we always return the ID of the image unless you use our helper functions. Let me show you here. Like fields, like image. If you use image or image advanced, the data is returned to you is the ID of the field. So you have to not the ID. When you use our helper function like RWMB meta like this, it returns an array of the own information for the image, and you can use it information to put it on the Divi theme. The difference with between Metabox and ACF is the format of the data return. It might require some extra coding to turn the data from the Metabox from an array like this into the needed format that compatible with a Divi.
Right. Thank you for that. And Ravi is also troubleshooting a problem he had. In your example car site, he said he saw the pricing appearing on the right side for the car. When I added custom field, the pricing appeared below and is not working in the front end. He said, I want to know, how did the price appear on the right side? He says, I'm working on a custom post.
Displaying the, like, not the price, but all the custom fields, it much depend on where you put the code to output it. In Metabox, we doesn't force developers or website creators to where to put the custom fields. We only provide the helper functions like this meta function and all the helper functions displaying fields here. And we don't force you to exactly where you need to put the custom fields. If you see the problem with the position of the price, I think you need to check your theme or your code inside your theme to know where it is put in your theme.
Okay, yeah, and that's a matter of working with the theme builder in order to get it to display in the right area.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. And Elon is asking again about relationships, and we've talked about how to make relationships between different custom posts. But the second part to this question is CPT WordPress user relationships. Would that be different?
That is different. I can show you right now.
Okay, great.
So in Metabox, we can create relationships between posts and between posts and users, between posts and terms. So we can create a new relationship like this. like post to users, and you choose is object post and post type here, and this another side you can choose the user, and that's all, and publish. And when you edit a post, you can choose, wait, I need to disable the previous post to user, and I need to make sure the user meta is okay, is here. So you can see connects to and select a user. So it is a relationship from post to user. And when you edit a user, you can see it's here, connects from relationship post, add more relationships here. So that's all. You can create the relationship between any types of content with Mailbox.
Awesome. Thanks for that. Pantelis is asking Metabox and WPML, how is it connected for using it for a multi-language website?
We already supported by the WPML team. Actually, the integration between Metabox and WPML is provided by them, and we included in our free version Metabox. So you can use Metabox with WPML without any problem. With WPML, you can translate the value of custom fields or copy it or don't translate it. I remember WPML has 3 options, like translate, copy it, or don't translate. And you can use all of 3 options with Metabox custom fields.
Fantastic. All right. Erdal is asking, is Metabox compatible with WP Multisite? Do I need to activate it on each subsite?
Yes. One of the best things with Metabox is compatible with WP Multisite. There are 2 things here. The first is the other extensions, like the free version of Metabox and other extensions like user meta, term meta, relationships. All of these extensions work independently between sites in a multi-site. Like you can activate it, network activate it, and they are all available in all the subsites. And another thing here is that the extension that I'm going to show you here, the settings page extension. Wait. Settings page, where is it? Premium settings. Here. The settings page extension can help you to create a settings page for the whole multi-site. For example, you build here is how we introduce it. For example, if you use the settings page to create a custom settings for the whole network, like the contact information that will be put in the footer of all the subsites, or the credit that you put in the footer. So you can create just one settings page and put it in the network, like the network admin panel, like you can see in the screenshot here. This custom options is available in the network management page, and all the subsites can access to these settings and get it and output it on the front end. So in short, Metabox works really well with multi-site.
Fantastic. And Erdal likes the sound of that. He said, that sounds awesome. So great to hear. Peter is asking, I would like to see how to change a value in field A based on a change in field B. For example, if delivery date is not blank, then delivered is set to yes. And I believe you showed this off a bit when you were walking through changing up products and suppliers in WooCommerce. Is that right?
It's not it's not that.
Oh, it's not that. It's something different. Perfect. Well, then take it away.
Yeah. If you want to show a field based on the value of another field, that is what I did. But if you want to change a value of another field based on another field value, I think you can do that either with JavaScript and PHP. In Metabox, we don't have a native way to do that at the moment, but we have a lot of hooks that you can use to update the value of another field when you submit the form.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, let's see here. Paul is asking, can you use custom fields added by other plugins? For example, a WooCommerce plugin adds GTIN field to product meta. Can Metabox use those fields in Metabox views or elsewhere?
The answer is yes in 90% and maybe 10% no. To make sure the custom fields can be used in that plugin can be used in Mailbox is that if the data is compatible between that plugin and Mailbox. And to understand how Mailbox save value in the database, please see the database in our documentation. But for the basic fields like text field, GTIN here, I think you can use it without any problem. You can use it in all of the mailboxes and all the MB views and in all the extensions. You should care only for the complicated fields like maybe a gallery or maybe a repeater. We call it groups in Metabox. And that's it.
All right. Let's see here. Peter again is asking, let's say we create the example you did with the car dealership fields. Is there a way to save all of the fields and settings such that we can simply reproduce and load those onto another different site? Or do we have to manually enter all the Metabox changes on the new site?
You mean the fields or you mean the value of the fields? If you means, if you mean the fields, so you can just go to the custom fields here and you have option to export them. Or you can choose on the custom fields groups and choose the export. And then on another side, you can import all the settings like on the custom fields here. But if you are talking about the values of the custom fields that you saved, like the value here, like the actual value, the best thing is use an import and export plugin from the WP from wp.org. There are many plugins that can help you to do that.
All right, great. Leslie's asking, is there an easy way to, an easy process to output the custom fields through Gutenberg blocks?
We are working on an extension to do that. At the moment, we don't have a native way, like the easy way to do that. You can use the MB views to, you can use the shortcut to output inside the Gutenberg blocks. Or let me show you the shortcut. You can use this shortcut to put into Gutenberg block, or you can use our extension, the MB blocks to build custom blocks for Gutenberg, and you pull all the data from the custom fields. But if you need to put custom views from Metabox into the native like the core Gutenberg blocks, then it is not supported yet, and we are working on that solution, and hopefully to release it soon.
Okay. Anonymous attendee is asking, using the banner image concept, is there a way to set a checkbox field to toggle on off a banner or image?
Yes, it's possible. The thing here is, if what do you want to do? Where do you want to do? Like on the back end or on the front end? If you want on the back end, so you can just just do what I just did here, like yes, no, show you here. But if you want to do on the front end, let me show you with views. One thing that you might want to remember, that views can you tweak. There is a link to tweak here. Tweak is a very powerful template system that you can use to output something like if, else, the conditions. Let me show you how to do that. Like here, if, for example, we have availability, the value. We can put something like if post availability value equal to yes, then I'll put something here, like I'll put an image here, or I'll put a group here, like an image like this. Else we can use something like no images. So so if you use tweak, you can use the if, else condition, the for, controls, and all the information, like everything you can write similar to PHP, you can write it here.
Awesome. That I believe answers exactly what his question was, because he wanted to show in his example 3 checkbox fields, Coke, Pepsi, water, and on the front end it shows the logos as the values. So I believe that's exactly what you've just shown here. Erdal is asking, is there a way to export the settings and meta boxes so I can create them once and apply it on to another website easily?
Yes, that's what I just showed you.
Okay, I thought that might have been the same. Yeah.
Yep.
So we don't need to walk through it again. All right. So Ravi is asking, how can I add tooltip next to text, maybe inside a list or heading or anywhere, so that in front end the users can read its functionality? For example, what you have done on many places.
We already have the tooltip extension. Let me show you. Wait, tooltips extension, and all you need is that extension that you can use to display tooltips for views, and inside the WordPress and the Metabox admin, you need to enable it, Metabox tooltip. And when you create a view, for example, you can add tooltip here, like this option. Just take it and choose icon. The icon can be info, help, or dash icon, or any URL. By default is the help icon. You can leave it blank. Position at top, and content like see if the product is available in the stock. Okay, so update. And now go to edit a product, and you will see it in action. Oh, I need to start. Okay, and you see it works here, but the icon is invisible. Maybe from the color change in the WordPress. I mean, I need to check it.
Okay, no, that makes sense though.
Okay.
Excellent. Luis is asking another integration question. Do you plan to have integration with Squirrly SEO? This is a recent AppSumo tool. Are you familiar with them?
I heard about that, but actually I don't really understand what you need for the integration between Metabox and Squirrly SEO.
Yeah, so maybe Luis, you can kind of clarify what you would like to see there, so that An can think about putting that on the roadmap. So just drop that in chat for us and we can get back to that. Kunthawat is asking, can we use Metabox and Metatable to optimize WooCommerce database structure? My objective is to reduce database row in long run.
I'm afraid that we can't do anything with WooCommerce. The problem here is not that the possibility. So we absolutely can do that. But the code base of WooCommerce doesn't work with our new database structure. So when we change the database structure, all of the code of WooCommerce will break and our website will break. That is exactly the reason that I created my own e-commerce solution that I showed you previously, that all the custom fields settings for products. We use custom table for that. The short answer is no.
Yeah. Okay. No, that definitely makes sense. And by the way, just to give you some feedback here on, Davidas is saying, really looking forward to playing with Metabox. Looks like a really powerful tool. So you're showing off Metabox wonderfully here, showing how powerful it is, and our Plus members are loving it. Let's get back to Ian. He's saying, if you have a staff directory, is there a way to display one single staff member's profile and image in a block or sidebar? Can you use shortcode for that?
Okay, I can show you a website that I built for our company internally. So you can see an example of the directory of the staff. So it is here. Sorry, it's only in Vietnamese, but you can see it is a edit profile. So this is my profile. Mm-hmm. So all the staff, all the employees in our company has the same profile. And when they submit them, it goes into this list.
Got it.
So this is a very basic thing that we did for our company, but you can extend this functionality to display the stuff in other style if you want, like a listing page, like we show for the car page here. Similarly, like this. Like if you want to show images, the name, title, something like this, you can absolutely do that. And the way we build this table is with views. I can show you views. So it's just set a query, get all the users, and display the table, and loop through all the users and show the user information, and that's all.
Awesome. Ian, let us know if you have any follow-on questions there. There is quite a few questions about future integrations and what's coming. Is there a roadmap that we can direct people to so they have an idea of what's coming down the pipe?
Yes, we have a roadmap. Let me read. It is on Trello. Wait, Metabox public roadmap here. Okay. I'm going to share with you in the chat.
Okay. And is there any way that Plus members can make requests for future integrations?
Yes, please send a feedback here. we put a link to our help desk and send us the feedback. And when you ask about the integration, please add more details about what you expect from the integration, because we saw a lot of questions about integration, but we actually don't know what needs to be done. And even when we talk with the author of that plugin, not Metabox, not our plugin, but that plugin, and we both confused about the integration, and I really don't know what to do.
Got it. Okay. No, that, yeah, but thanks for sharing that. That way they can always make those suggestions and be super clear. And on that note, Luis had asked about, Squirrly SEO, and we asked him to clarify, and he's saying similar to the Yoast SEO integration that Metabox currently has. So just to give you some more feedback on that.
Okay, so if similar to Yoast SEO that we did before, which is the content analysis, Yoast SEO has the content analysis, and we add the ability to make it pick the content of custom fields to analyze. So if Squirrly SEO has the same feature for content analysis, then we can consider about the integration.
Alrighty. Munish is offering also a suggestion. He's saying he would love to see more detailed tutorials about how to use Metabox with WooCommerce. He was just noticing a trend on the webinar here that there was quite a few questions about WooCommerce. So just saying if in the future, think about making more tutorials around WooCommerce would be helpful.
Yes, that would be great. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Paul King is asking, are the MB Metabox custom fields available through the WordPress API to export, import, and update data?
Yes, all the Metabox custom fields are already available through the WordPress API. They are just normal custom fields like you do with the normal way to add custom field to WordPress. And you can export, import, and do anything with the data easily. And if you use our REST API, and all the custom fields are available in the REST response also.
Okay. Okay, so Catalin is asking, could An show us how to export the PHP code to then be packaged in a custom theme? Please. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so okay, let's create a custom fields group first, like group extra fields. Okay, so when you put all these things and you get the code, just generate it and copy. And I'll go to theme editor. Okay, I understand. And put it in your ops. I'm using a blank theme that doesn't have a function files. Okay, let me do that. Theme blank. Oops. Blank theme. Okay, so I do 5 functions of PHP.
By the way, we can't see your screen right now.
Oh, sorry. Let me share it here. Okay. Oh, let me share the desktop so you see all the screens. Okay. You can see it now?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay. So you go to the custom fields group and get the PHP code, generate it, copy it, and paste into your theme functions file. And after that, you can deactivate the plugin or remove, like, let me remove it. You can deactivate the plugins also, and on the fields and the data is still available in the backend and also in the front end. But one thing you need to remember that you have to keep the Metabox plugin activated, and maybe some other extensions need to be activated as well, like user meta or term meta. If you created custom views for users or for terms, so it requires these extensions to make the custom views work, to make this code work. So in short, the code that you copied here is only used for registration for the views for the Metaboxes, and you need the extension behind the scene to make it work. I hope that answers your questions.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we are coming to an end here. Anna's done a fantastic job in presenting Metabox here. I want to follow up with a couple last questions here, but if you do have any questions you want to get in the final minutes here, please just post them now. Let's see here. I wanted to save some of these integration questions till the end because there was a few, but Gerard is asking, is there any integration coming for Pionet Forms?
We don't have an integration with Pionet Form yet, but I can talk with the Pionet founder, which is also a Vietnamese, and
okay.
we talked once before, and hopefully we can push the integration between the two plugins.
Yeah, great. So Marcelo is asking about stackable page builder. Does Metabox integrate with stackable page builder?
I think the stackable page builder is for Gutenberg. So it's best for us to build the integration with Gutenberg first, and then when it is ready, I think it will be available for all the Gutenberg solutions like stackable, cadence, generate press blocks, and all the similar solutions.
Okay. And then I'm seeing a question that came in through chat that I believe I missed. It says, when you have a custom, this is from Renee, when you have a custom table solution, is it necessary to do something extra to query the data, or is it done automatically by Metabox? Is custom table solution compatible with subfield and clonable fields? How is the data stored? Can views be paginable? A lot of questions there.
With custom table, all the extensions, all the settings, all the field types are available and are compatible with it. With the, let me show you where is the, okay, the extension custom table. And about the query, if you use our helper function, we're getting the field value with the helper function, and you don't have to worry about the query, the extra query. And yes, of course, it has to create extra queries to get the data from the custom tables, but the extra query is very minimal. Most cases is only one query, which is very quick. And we also has a cache layer between the data, between the custom table and the code. So if you call the helper function multiple times for getting multiple custom views from one post, you generate only one extra query, which is very performant.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you for that. Yeah, a lot of thank yous coming in on. Mark said that it was a great presentation. Yeah, let's go ahead and give On a round of applause. This is never easy to answer nonstop questions for 100 minutes straight. So, excellent work, On. I really appreciate the time that you've taken and the detailed explanations you've given. There will be a recording going out tomorrow in the email. All the links that we've mentioned here will be included there. And with that, I believe we will sign off. I just want to say thank you again, An.
Okay, thank you very much, Luke, and thank you everyone for joining the webinar.
Yeah, all righty. Bye now.
Okay.